Welcome back, listener. I am Alec.
And I'm Dave.
And this is Alec and Dave Talk About Shit. I feel like that was a little more delayed even than normal that time. That was great.
I tried to jump in
I feel like our bit
early, and then you paused
earlier?
for a very long time. So
I feel like our bit is we should just get worse at this with time. Like the practice should never make us better. We should just get further away from the intro.
I think like there's going to be a time where like one of us should just like pretend to freeze as we're trying to do the intro.
Yeah. This just needs to get more and more awkward every time we do it. I think that's perfect. So this is Alec and Dave Talk About Shit. And we are back on our shit. The last episode we did was Wuthering Heights, which I know our listener enjoyed very much.
I'm so glad Rowan liked it.
Before we start this episode, Rowan loved it. And also, I need to tell you before we start this, that she needs you to be reassured that she loves your opinions and she wants to hear your opinion. Like, you kept being like, I don't know why she wants my opinion on this. She was like, this is the biggest movie of February. I need Dave's opinion on this, you know? And that she also agreed with you more than me. So.
Thanks, Rowan.
And more importantly than anything I just said, the most important thing she told me is that she's on our side. She's the one girl we found who thinks bearded, gross Jacob Elordi is hotter than cleaned up Jacob Elordi.
I feel validated.
So, we got one. We found one.
Jacob, bring back the beard. We need the beard. I legit wonder.
Bring it back, Jacob.
It would be hysterical if that wasn't his real beard. If he didn't actually grow that beard. If it was like a prosthetic.
If it was like a wig beard,
Well, I don't know. To this day, like I haven't shaved this since before I met my wife. So I haven't shaved this since 2018. But when I did grow a beard, it came in patchy. Like like he's 26, 27, right? I didn't get this until around that age. Like I wanted to grow a beard when I was earlier, but I had this was not coming in at all. It didn't look good until I was like closer to 30. So if that was a fake beard, because that is a very pretty beard, right? I don't think every 25-year-old can grow that beard.
No, but we do also need to admit, we both got the weird Scandinavian, like, Irish genes going, where we have, like, the kind of, like, reddish blonde beard, and I feel like that facial hair usually grows in less thick, generally, than the dudes who have the, like, thicker, like, blonde, or, not blonde, like, brown or, like, black hair.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Because I also, this doesn't really grow much.
Yeah,
this is, like, stubble a lot of the time. So I also have the weird, like, mustache neck beard combo that's just never gotten better. So anyway, enough talk about beards, I guess. It's time to talk about the Oscars. Now we know. I didn't say in the last 3 minutes of intro.
Now we know that our listener wants us to talk about beards. I'm just saying, like, we have to listen to our sole listener feedback.
Our sole listener feedback is more talk about men's fashion and like facial hair and their general attractiveness. That's what they want.
You know what? I believe in us. I think we can do it.
We can 100% do that. We're incredible at that, I think.
It's our top skill.
As two people who have it's right up there. Yeah. So this is supposed to be about the Oscars. It is supposed to be our predictions, our who will win, our should wins, our maybe who should have gotten nominated, so this is our pre-Oscars podcast. With that, I'm gonna throw it over to you, Dave, because I know that you got a lot more actual preparation for this than I did.
So
So,
I think we need to start here. Let's fix the Oscars telecast. Right? We have to talk about this because it's been slipping in the Nielsen ratings, whatever. Let's just go ahead and fix this. And they've done some stupid shit in the past. Like not televising every award. Dumb. Stupid. Okay? So let's start by fixing this. And my number one fix, I will fully acknowledge, it is not my idea. It's not Sean Fennessy's idea either. He did not come up with this, but someone else at The Ringer did. So I wish I could give them credit. I looked. I cannot find the original article. This is a genius idea. But let's start by fixing the Oscars. Okay? So what we're going to do is we need to split it up into two different telecasts. Still on the same day. Still on the Sunday. We got to make it earlier. That's been talked about a million times. Make it way earlier. We are so sick of talking about the Oscars. The world is so... I don't care if Jesse Buckley likes cats or not. That's so fucking stupid. Okay? And it's just because it's this late in the year, right? Like Sinners came out 11 months ago. We have to... This has to be like either the weekend before the Super Bowl or the weekend after the Super Bowl. It has to be one of those 2 weekends. It's so dumb that it takes this long.
I agree.
So that's number one. But that's not my idea.
Not your idea. I also thought when you said earlier, I thought you meant earlier in the day, which I would also appreciate. I think that
this is part of the fix. This is part of the fix, my friend. Okay. So it needs to be split into two telecasts. Two 2-hour-long telecasts. Okay? And the first 2-hour-long telecast, so it's airing on ABC this year. Eventually it's going to go to YouTube. I hope YouTube takes this idea. The first 2-hour-long telecasts are specifically for the film nerds. And let's say it airs on Hulu. It's an easily accessible thing because we have to acknowledge that like the Oscars is the biggest moment in these people's professional careers, and it deserves to be on TV. If we're going to show the stars, we need to show the below the line stuff. Like we have to.
100.
And
1,000.
We have to let their families see it. Like it's just wrong not to show it. But I also acknowledge that the vast majority of the casuals don't care about who wins visual effects, and that's fine. We need to acknowledge that. We need to accept it. But we still need to show it for those who do care, for the 3 or 4 million people who do care, plus like all of these people's friends and families who are queuing in to see if their friend or their kid wins an Oscar. Like they deserve to see this. So 2-hour-long telecast focusing on all below the line stuff. So we split the Oscars in two. We have the above the line, below the line. So above the line is, I'm calling it Best Picture, Best Director, all the acting categories, and the writing categories. Okay? Those are saved for the 2-hour-long telecast aired on ABC that everyone watches. Okay? Everything else is a 2-hour-long thing that's streamed on Hulu or whatever. Like, right? Like easily accessible, but doesn't need to be on ABC. And that is every other award plus 2 honorary Oscars for people who aren't famous. For someone who, and then.
Well, hold on. Wait, above the line. Should above the line include animated film, international film?
Oh, good question.
Like,
good question.
Like documentary, animated, international. Like, should it have the?
It's okay.
Including the best.
Animated those. Definitely needs to be, because it's for the kids, right? Like, there's. You're right.
Kids are gonna
animated.
They're not going to want to watch all the sicko categories and then have animated for their kids. Like they want animated's like first award of the night.
That's not a bad idea.
Like get the kids to bed.
International and documentary, flip a coin. I genuinely don't care. If I'm being perfectly honest.
I feel like international, yes. Documentary, no. That's my own prerogative. I don't, whatever.
Great.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter
That
to me.
and actually that makes it more of an even split. So like that's fine. That's fine to me.
Yeah. Cool.
But so nobody gets played off. Stop. Stop playing people off.
Mm-hmm.
Let them have their moment, okay? Because we're here to watch them have their moment. That's what we want to see. And then the other thing I have to say is teach us something. Right? Like so if you're going to create a telecast for the sickos, for the nerds, teach us about cameras. Teach us about cinematography. Teach us how to make movies. This is for the 10-year-olds and the 12-year-olds who want to make movies some days, right? This is for us who are huge film nerds who want to learn about these things. Teach us something.
Yeah.
Right? No bits, no jokes, none of that. That's all for the later. That's all for the later telecast. Give us
100%.
the deep dives. Right? Like this is for the people who care.
Yeah.
And you can do so much with that I think the Academy would love to do. They would love to do a 5-minute thing about the evolution of cameras. And like I would love that. I would be fascinated by that. Right? Like I would love to do 5 minutes on like the evolution of sound. And the transition from silent features to non-silent features. I would be completely enthralled, right? Like every year you can think of 2 or 3 things for the sickos, for the nerds. This is for the nerds.
It'd be awesome. I would also love even another sort of thing to throw in there. I would love to have something that's like even just little like bits, and they can pick and choose what they want to do. It doesn't have to be like every nominee for every category. They can do little bits about like why this film in particular was nominated by this guild for this thing. Like, tell me why costume design thought Avatar had the best costume.
And like remember, do you remember?
Because that's not obvious to necessarily
how they've done it in the past with the actor, with like the five nominated actors from last year coming out and each giving a quick monologue about how they care about the actor. They could do that. They could just switch it out every year. So one year we do it for costume design. One year we do it for cinematography. Like we could do that for these smaller things, and it's going to be captivating for us. But the average person doesn't care, and that's okay. Let's just accept it, right? Like,
yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
It's totally fine.
So
yeah. Also, even getting more time to people who did like the live action shorts or the animated shorts or something. Like I would love to know, like the people who are doing live action shorts, are they like, tell me if they're trying to get money to make a film, like to make a full feature length film.
Yes, like
be like, hey, the people who made Butcher's Stain have a pitch for this to be like a feature length. And like this will really help them get the money for it. Like, dude, build this shit up. Tell us inside knowledge in any way you can. We're all trying to find it anyway.
So that's for the nerds. That's for the 5 million people who actually care about the nerd shit, right? Then you have an hour-long break. And that's where we do the red carpet, right? So during the red carpet, you act like the first 2-hour telecast. You could, you could say the winners at the bottom for anyone who didn't watch. You allow all the people in the theater to just get up and walk around who don't need to do red carpet stuff. They can go grab a drink or something. Like you just give everyone an hour-long break while somewhere else there's a concert going on. And intermixed.
Is it all the best original songs?
It's all the best original songs. It's parts of all the nominated scores. And intermixed with the red carpet stuff is a live telecast somewhere else with the music. So it's just like a Super Bowl halftime show but long, right? Like you have music going on, you have interviews going on, and it's made for this is for the regulars to start to tune in.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and I would like 1,000%. If you had those as two separate things of like the music one and like the like conversations on the red carpet fashion shit, I would 100% treat it in the same way that I do like because on the day of the Super Bowl, I will admit this, I don't really care about the commercials all that much. So what I like to do is I like to have the recording of the Puppy Bowl, and I just when the Super Bowl is in commercial, I just watch some of the Puppy Bowl. I just go between, I just flip between those two broadcasts. I would do the same exact thing. I would be like, I'm watching the music one when it goes to commercial. I'm going to the fashion.
That's see in my head on ABC they're both intermixed. So they like mix them in. You mix them in. So whatever. Because there's got to be if the K-pop Demon Hunters people perform, you got to have a break before you can have the Sinners people perform, right? And so in between that, you have some orchestral stuff going on that doesn't need to be interchanged, but you also have some interviews from celebrities, right? Like you have all of this going on that you're just cutting to whenever you need to, and
it's a
and this is where you advertise. This is what's aired on ABC. This is when you advertise it to the normies, right? The muggles, if you will. The muggles will tune into this.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have a 2-hour long telecast with all the above the line stuff, with all of the Conan bits, with all of that, plus plus 2 honorary Oscars to people who are famous. And the number one reason for this, specifically for the honorary Oscars need to be aired, it's so stupid that they aren't, is there was one year, it was the year of the slap. So it was a couple years ago, and the Oscars didn't air Denzel Washington giving this beautiful, heartfelt tribute to Samuel L. Jackson. And Samuel L. Jackson coming up and grabbing his honorary Oscar, and them having just the best, just bro moments, maybe of all time. Like, maybe of all time. And you know who didn't see it? Most people. And it's so stupid that they didn't see it.
That is awful.
So,
genuinely awful.
So we need those aired.
I mean,
And then you air the other 10 or so above the line categories that your average person cares about. And I promise you, for all of those who care about how many people watch the Oscars, we're going to get an extra 5 million people watching the Oscars if they don't have to watch all the below the line stuff that we care about.
Yeah. I think this is very likely. I love everything about the idea. Can I throw in one random idea?
Go for it. Of course.
That I came up with literally a minute ago. Okay. This is not actually about the telecast. This is a thing that I just want, and I think it will help people in general maybe tune into the Oscars more, especially people who do not live in major cities, who do not have access to like movie theaters that are necessarily playing a lot of these things. And I understand for the most part, a bunch of these do end up on some or other streaming service a little bit before the Oscars. This is what I want. I want the Oscars to figure some shit out with the studios that have submitted these films to the Oscars and say, if you are submitting these, what we need is on the morning we announce the Oscars, we are launching a streaming service that people will pay for that will have everything that was nominated for the Oscars on it. And we can figure out, like, it can have, you pay a certain amount and you are getting stuff for the sickos, like all the live action shorts and the random, documentary things and stuff like that, and maybe the big ones are a pay-per-view thing, like maybe to watch Hamnet you pay an extra $5 or something like that. They can figure all that shit out for themselves, but I think if people could just go to one place, I think this would potentially help out a lot, because no matter, even as total sickos, you and I still go through every year trying to figure out where to watch some of this shit. And inevitably, there's no way to watch like a couple of these things.
Okay, and like I remember one year that this infuriated me. One year, a PBS documentary was available on PBS the week after the Oscars, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, just
what are you doing?
Dumbest shit. And
what?
I was so at the very least, I think there should be this is because this is the hard part, right?
Yeah.
All of the platforms, you're not going to get everything on board, right? Like, and like doing this would like really hurt really hurt some of the smaller streamers that matter.
Potentially, unless you were paying them, or unless you were literally saying you're going to pay like in order to get the substance or something.
You like, gotta give a couple bucks to movie
here,
basically.
Like you're going to pay $5 and that's going straight to movie, basically. Like maybe this is a very natal stages of this idea in my head, but I'm wondering if there's some way to be like, hey, instead, literally like HBO, instead of putting Sinners on HBO, where a lot of people already have this, we could also just pay you $4 every time somebody watches Sinners.
But how is that different than Sinners being on Prime? Like I like where your head's at. Well, I like where your head's at.
Yeah.
I think we need to focus on the non-sinners, right? The stuff for this has to be for the sickos, right? Because like I don't know. Like I chose not to pay $10 to watch Mr. Nobody Gets Pewed. Like I didn't want to pay $10 to be sad for 2 hours. But like I looked for the voice of Han Rajab, and it's not streaming. Or like maybe it was something else. Maybe it was Surat.
No, that's Surat is now in theaters. I don't think Han Rajab might now be streaming, but it was not for a long time.
And like
because it also went to theaters much later. So that kind of thing is a perfect
and like
example.
Kokuo is another one that like I straight up can't find it. Like it had a couple days at an AMC very far away from me. The end. Like
Yeah. Exactly. And quite frankly, I have been this year in particular, just because of life circumstances, really like less prepared than normal for the Oscars. Like there's a lot of stuff that I have not seen, and I would have put in more effort to see some of this stuff. But the like being busy in the way that I know, the average American is, and then also looking at like I have to do research to figure out where any of this shit is, and then go pay money. I was just sort of like, no, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it, I'm not watching. I didn't watch any of the documentaries this year. I didn't watch. There are several. I'm usually very good on getting all the animated films. There are a couple animated films I missed. I started to feel the frustration more this year, and out of that frustration, I watched less. And I'm a sicko. So if that can be the case for me, like, this is just me trying to figure out some way to be like, Oscars, at the very least for these lower line things. Figure this out. Be like, we're not going to platform them forever. You can then go on and figure out after the Oscars are done, or a week after the Oscars are done, or whatever, you can then go sell this shit to Hulu. But, like, we should not have a that PBS documentary, or the one I was thinking of was Robot Dreams.
Yeah, that was another one that's like
the animated
came
film.
to theaters like 3 months later. Like,
I think it was even longer. I think it was like 6 to 8 months or something. Like, it was a crazy amount of time after the Oscars were done that it finally was released in theaters. And it was like, dude, how? Everyone was interested a while ago. Now people don't remember what this is anymore. Like, what are you doing? So yeah, just step in and be like, hey man, we know that you have a small short film, and that it's going to be hard for you to find distribution. We will be the distribution. And I don't know, maybe this would be easier when YouTube takes over the broadcast, because it could literally just be like, YouTube just has a channel that's just like, come here and pay whatever to watch.
Or even like if YouTube was like pay $1 and you can watch every single short for $1 each, I'm paying that. I'm doing it. Yeah, awesome. Done. No question asked.
That's still saves me money over trying to find the like one time where I can make it to the actual like theatrical release of all of the documentary shorts or something. It's still better. So anyway, that's my add-in.
Great idea.
Your idea to fix the Oscars, way better thought out. But that's my throw-in of like, if you do that and make these things more available, you can also hopefully get more people to give a shit.
Love it.
Because again, I basically stopped giving a shit about some of these things, and I really should not be the person who stops giving a shit. I'm talking about this online.
Yep. Oscars
anyway,
do better.
Should we get in? Oscars do better. Hashtag Oscars do better. Nobody's going to do that. Nobody uses Twitter. Nobody gives a shit. Anyway, let's go. Let's talk about it. Let's do our should wins. Let's talk about this shit. Make our predictions. And we are starting with costume.
Let's start with costume design.
Correct? We're going to go up. All right.
Well, I'm going to jump in with the should have been nominated. And I have this is part of a bigger question I have. Why do the Oscars all of a sudden hate Wes Anderson?
I don't know. This is a really good question. Because we both loved Phoenician Scheme. It was in your top 10. It was sitting just outside of my top 10, I think. It was in my top 10 for a lot of the year. His production design and costumes, they're always.
And this is like the third or fourth Wes Anderson feature in a row that's just got no love. After he was their darling for a little bit, like.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, like Grand Budapest got nominated for a lot of stuff.
Grand Budapest won a bunch of stuff.
I think,
like.
Did he win original screenplay for that? He might have won. I feel like he won something personally. Like he won
his
Oscar
only
personally.
Wes Anderson's only Oscar win is for live action short, which he didn't show up for.
Fuck, that's right.
And he didn't show up for that because he was busy making a movie. I just figured this out.
They are
pissed
at them. Yeah. And maybe he's pissed at them too.
Maybe.
Honestly, it might be a kind of a mutual, like, nah, I don't fuck with you kind of thing, Oh boy, but 100% Phoenician Scheme for costume design.
And Phoenician Scheme is
that would be my should win if it was nominated.
I completely agree. Phoenician Scheme is going to come up for a lot of should have been nominated for me, but this is the first, so I figured it's the best time to talk about it. So Phoenician Scheme should have been nominated. If it was nominated, I think it should have won. With that out of the way, I think the winner will be Frankenstein, which is stupid. Oh, also Phoenician Scheme is taking Frankenstein's spot for me. First off, that's who should get kicked the fuck out.
Yeah.
And who should actually win this award it has to be Sinners. I don't understand why Sinners isn't getting more love for this one.
Yeah, no, the costumes are all great. Everybody looks fantastic.
The
Um,
the opening the
yeah,
opening party looks amazing. Everybody's costume looks amazing. And then the vampire fight, everyone still looks amazing. Like they did that transition so well. I don't know why they're not getting more love for it.
there's a lot of. I feel like costume design traditionally for the Oscars, there's been a lot of like, we love someone who makes like a big ornate dress. We love somebody who's doing like period and it's like, you know, a big flashy kind of like, period kind of thing over even something like a Sinners or a Marty Supreme, which is just sort of doing like, yeah, like it's like the 30s or whatever. It was Depression era, but like here's the fashion of the time, or it was the 40s or the 50s or something. But I feel like that's why Frankenstein is supposed to get this. I also don't really get it because besides Mia Goth's costumes, which admittedly look good, I can't remember what anybody else is wearing in Frankenstein, and I don't think anybody's, like whatever. It doesn't matter to me. That was the only thing that was memorable. Was just like she had some cool dresses, but I feel like that's what they're winning for. And I do think as well. Yeah, I agree. I think the will win will be Frankenstein. And yeah, should win. I am with you on Sinners as well. I was thinking about making a joke and saying Avatar, but I don't actually give enough.
Excuse me.
To even make the
but
joke.
Honestly, that would be more interesting to me joke. Than Frankenstein, right? Like it's one of those things where I don't like Avatar: Fire and Ash. I don't think it's an especially good movie, but that's a more interesting choice than Frankenstein.
Yeah, and it would at least say something about like here's somebody who made some interesting choices. They had to design all the fire people or whatever,
and make them separate than the other tribes in an interesting way. Like
yeah, which I don't think they did a cool enough job to deserve an Oscar for that personally, but like yeah, it would at least be more interesting than again just being like Mia Goth had some pretty dresses.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool. Costume design, knock it off the board. We both agree. Frankenstein's getting it. Sinners should get it. Should we start a counter, by the way? A one battle versus Sinners counter. I know Big Picture did this, and I'm absolutely just stealing it from them.
Sure. But, are we talking about should win or will win or both?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
I'm gonna do both.
I don't know.
I'm gonna do both.
Okay. All right. We're doing both. All right. So next up, we got makeup and hairstyling. I think. Let's see. The should win. Well, no. We should start. Sorry. We should start with will win. And by all accounts, this also seems to be Frankenstein.
It's absolutely going to be Frankenstein. They won every precursor.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, betting odds also. Yeah, they all say Frankenstein. Which is just another look. Maybe we're just Frankenstein haters here.
I am. Yes, it's a bad movie. It's bad movies shouldn't win Oscars. It's nobody, even the people who like Frankenstein aren't like it's an amazing epic masterpiece. No one's even arguing that. They're just like Guillermo.
Right.
That's the only reason.
Mm-hmm.
And he built a boat.
Yeah.
Yay! Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Anyways.
That's it. Like, production design is actually the one place I would have this conversation, literally, because I think the boat looked cool. And that's it. But yeah, I don't understand. The makeup and hairstyling, I don't think Frankenstein looks good in this movie.
He doesn't.
I don't understand. There have been many on-screen Frankensteins. And maybe with the exception of the movie I, Frankenstein, this isn't like up there in terms of how cool Frankenstein has looked. I like the design of every other Frankenstein more than this one. So, I don't know, man. I guess people like it. But to me, this should be... I think there's some incredible gore makeup work in Sinners. But I want Ugly Stepsister for this
I
one because
yes, I am.
as I said before,
Did you watch it?
I am a Shudder.
Yeah.
I liked this movie a lot. I am a Shudder head. I have been subscribed for many years, and I love the idea of a Shudder original movie having an Oscar. And I liked The Ugly Stepsister quite a bit. So, and yeah, there are moments that really made me cringe, and they're because the makeup design is really good. So like. Give it to a horror movie, man. More horror movies should be in this category. Horror makeup is incredible makeup work. Like, and I guess Frankenstein is also a horror movie, but like, not fucking really. You know, nobody's horror heads are not claiming this. You know, let me just say that. When you ask a horror head, like, what the best like horror movies of the year are, like, no one is saying Frankenstein. No one. They're going between like Weapons and 28 Years Later and like Sinners and shit. Nobody is saying Frankenstein. Anyway, so you're with me on both of those too. Yeah. Did you have any should have been nominated for this?
No. I think the nominations are fine. If Ugly Stepsister didn't win, I would totally be happy for The Smashing Machine. I think they had a lot to do in that movie, and it didn't work without them. So.
Yeah. Yeah, The Rock looks incredible in that movie. All right. This is one of my favorite Oscars that we're doing next. We're doing film editing next. Yeah. What do you think?
So, okay, this is one where I think should win and will win match for me, and it's one battle after another.
Okay. Interesting. Do you think and you think that is a will win?
Yes. I think that they did a 3-hour movie that feels like it's an hour. And I think a lot of that has to do with the editing, right? Like it's a 3-hour long movie that never drags, that moves. Like you don't see that very often anymore. You don't see a 3-hour long movie where I walk out and I go, well, that really dragged on for a bit. And I think the editing has a huge reason for that. I think they did an amazing job. I absolutely think it should.
Yeah. I don't want this to all be chalk, and I am sure we will start disagreeing at some point, but I'm with you. I think if you were telling me this is the only other thing that I was thinking might have a chance in this category would have been something like F1, because again, sometimes the most editing will win in an editing category. And F1, which I actually watched last night. And
yeah, it's a super fun movie.
Yeah, super fun movie. And largely just because the race scenes are great. They're edited together in a really cool, coherent way. It's all awesome. I will also though say of F1, it's not like the dialogue scenes are edited in like an unbelievable way or something. Like they're not, you know.
The problem is
it does
the editing. The editing in that
scenes.
movie doesn't do a great job in the non-race car scenes. That's the issue with that movie.
In the 100%. And like, there's no way to me F1 deserves it because due to those dialogue scenes and how many of them there were, and how overly long I think some of the dialogue scenes were, that movie is 2 hours and 40 minutes, and it should be like
yeah. No, completely agree with you. Yes.
So no way that's getting editing when I think you can edit out 25 minutes of your movie. So One Battle absolutely deserves
But
this.
I will say, this is an interesting precursor. So if and only if Sinners upsets One Battle for editing, I expect a Sinners Best Picture.
Ooh. Okay. So this is the one to watch. And that's, I think if I remember correctly, that has historically been the thing, right? Is that these two Best Picture editing have been like linked in a pretty crazy way. Except for, I mean, there have been random things like Bohemian Rhapsody winning Best Editing, and obviously that did not win Best Picture. But like a lot of Best Editing movies have won Best Picture historically. Okay. Cool. Also, yeah, just as the last one battle editing thing, yeah, that car chase scene is one of the best car chase scenes ever
Yep.
made, and car chase scenes are always about how good the editing
Yep.
is. So, sick. All right, production design. What do you got? What are the odds?
So once again, should have been nominated Phoenician Scheme. Once again, get
Yes.
Phoenician or get Frankenstein out of here. Don't want it. Who will win is unfortunately Frankenstein. Who should win? I think this is where Marty Supreme should get their Oscar.
For production
Yes,
design. Okay.
I really think that they made 1950s New York feel real. And that's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
And that production design is absolutely amazing.
I mean, I think I could just, the problem is I could say the same thing for Sinners. I feel like Sinners also made that time and that place feel real. And I think for me, we're finally diverging a little bit here. At the very least. I mean, we'll both say that will win will be Frankenstein, because it does feel like all of these are, and correct me if I'm wrong, but all of these by the numbers seem to be like high odds for Frankenstein.
Yes, and they won all the precursors for all of this.
Yeah.
I don't get it, but it happened.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, I said before, I like the boat. I don't know. Yeah, to me, Sinners here, I just think the way they designed every single place in that film, it felt very real. Like when they're at the train station, it feels like a real train station. When they're at, his Michael B. Jordan's, ex-wife, Winmi Masaku's like little shop, that feels like it's part of a real little town, It's pretty impeccable, everything in that movie. I feel like it's just, I don't see any reason why Marty Supreme feels more real to me than Sinners. And maybe this is also just, I liked Marty Supreme less than you did overall. But you know what? I'm giving this one to Sinners. I think Sinners should win here.
And I would be perfectly happy with that. That would be fine with me. Instead, I will be upset that Frankenstein wins.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah. At some point, I am going to need to hear. We might just get to it naturally, but if we don't, I'm gonna need to hear, like, what is the thing that will make Dave.
Just you wait, my friend. Just you wait, my friend. Okay. It's coming.
Okay. Because I have seen over the years, dear listener, of watching the Oscars with Dave go on some just epic rants. And it feels like there's usually like one thing, maybe a year, that just makes you.
And
so
I will
angry,
tell you,
or like the possibility.
I will
of
tell
it,
you,
at the very least, will have made you
what's
angry.
going to make me angry is it's coming. Mm-hmm. It's coming, and it's the same thing that has made me angry over and over and over again.
I can't wait. Okay. Let's do visual effects. I'm guessing the will win is going to be Avatar here.
It has to be.
Or would it be Frankenstein? It has to be Avatar. Why?
I don't know.
Why does it have to be Avatar?
I don't know.
It's not. It doesn't look.
They've already
better than the.
They've
last
already
one,
won 2 visual effects Oscars for this, and F1 built new cameras to do the things it did. It should absolutely be F1. And not only do I think Avatar: Fire and Ash shouldn't be in the running, it shouldn't be nominated because it's already gotten 2 awards for this. It's like it's like if we gave 3 acting categories, like 3 acting noms to like Chris Evans for playing Captain America or something. Like this just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. What?
Cool. You keep doing the same thing. Awesome. Meanwhile, this other movie invented new shit to film the movie. It should
Mm-hmm.
it should absolutely be F1. We should get Avatar Fire and Ash and the Lost Bus need to get out of here because the Lost Bus, the fire actively looks bad. And
Yeah.
they keep
Yeah.
cutting to old news footage about the fire to show you what fires should look like so that you go, man, that makes it look even worse. Like, this doesn't make
Yep.
any sense.
Yep.
So we're getting rid of both of those. And I want to put in New Avengers
Agreed.
/ Thunderbolts because the thing with
Okay.
the shadow
Okay.
and the taking people out and leaving
Mm-hmm.
their shadow was probably one of the coolest effects I've ever seen. It was
It's
very good, very impactful. And then we're also bringing in
Absolutely.
Predator Badlands.
Oh, hell.
Those both deserve to be in this
Hell
conversation, and I don't know why they aren't. Well, I know why New Avengers isn't.
100%. Yeah, well, yeah, it wasn't as big of a hit or something, but like, I don't know, man. Jurassic World Rebirth, we've done a lot of the dinosaurs. Did the dinosaurs actually look better than in any of the other Jurassic World movies? No, they don't. So like, it's the same. That's the same as Avatar: Fire and Ash to me.
Yeah.
I'm just like, they made dinosaurs again. Again, they don't look as good as they did in the original Jurassic Park. Why the fuck would this get nominated? You know, especially over, you know, Predator Badlands, for example. Or even, honestly, there's some great visual effects, once again, in the Phoenician scheme. Let's just throw that out there. There's some really cool shit in that movie. It opens with a guy getting exploded in half, you know? And it looks great. And they're creative, you know. They're very Wes Anderson-y and like model-y and stuff, but that's visual effects still. So I don't know. This category regularly pisses me off, though. This is always kind of the one where I'm sort of like, what's going on? You know, who's paying who to get these things nominated? Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I gotta take us back 1 second. I need to know, for production design, if Phoenician scheme was in there, would that be your will win or your should win? Okay.
But that is honestly, that's mainly because I like to spread the wealth a little bit. And this is my one, in my perfect world, production design is my one Marty Supreme win.
Gets the Oscar for that, yeah. Okay. I like it. Okay, so visual effects, we're saying Avatar Fire and Ash will win. You think F1 should win. I would 100% be giving this to Predator Badlands if it was nominated. I feel like that would be I agree. I loved the way that movie looked. I think everything looked awesome. It is basically the Predator suit on its own is like one of the cooler visual effects. The fact that looks great every time that actor talks is incredible, you know? And the fact that movie is basically like all fake and looks great. I don't know. I'm into it. I like that one a lot. But I would give, out of the things that are nominated, I also have to give it to F1. Because I did, even though I really have been slacking on stuff, I did get Apple TV Plus, and I did watch The Lost Bus one day when I just didn't want to get up from the couch and I needed something to watch. And man, that was a waste. That was a waste of like 2 hours.
It sucked.
It is really not good. Get America Ferrera better roles, man. You know, she was great in Barbie. Let her into the movies, y'all. All right. Now, we are getting into stuff.
Should we even do the shorts? I know nothing. I haven't seen the shorts. I don't really care.
I haven't seen any of them.
Okay, let's just skip the shorts.
I don't care. Yeah, I mean, should we just say who we think will win? Because
I could recite.
Like, should we do it for a?
I could recite the betting favorites for you, because that's all I did.
I mean, that's all you did. Okay. Because I sometimes just go into these on like an Oscar ballot, and I will choose based on what title I like, who I think will win.
Do you want to do that? You can do that.
So do you want me to? I mean, I'm going to do that right now, and you're going to tell me if I'm right about who the favorite is. This is like, we'll do a quick game of this, and then we'll move on. Okay, so documentary short film. The titles of these movies are All the Empty Rooms, Armed Only with a Camera, The Life and Death of Brent Renault, Children No More, Were and Are Gone. That is a messy fucking title. The Devil is Busy, and Perfectly a Strangeness. I'm going to say...
Do this faster. Come on, man.
Because this is... Sorry.
Speed this up.
I'm sorry. I think based on the titles, I think it's going to be Armed Only with the Camera.
The betting favorite right now is All the Empty Rooms.
Fuck. Okay. All right. 0 for 1. Animated short film. Titles are Butterfly, Forever Green, The Girl Who Cried Pearls, Retirement Plan, and The Three Sisters. I'm going to say, based on the titles alone, The Three Sisters sounds like the winner.
Butterfly is the betting favorite.
Motherfucker. Okay. This is how it goes usually in the broadcast. Live action short is Butcher's Stain, A Friend of Dorothy, Jane Austen's period drama, The Singers, and Two People Exchanging Saliva. Okay. I'm going to say A Friend of Dorothy.
Two People Exchanging Saliva.
Oh, that's the last one I would have chosen. Okay, well, shit. All right. Okay, cool. Okay, we're done with the shorts bullshit. Nobody cares. Let's do even us sickos. We don't care. We have in the past though. I will point that out. We have both like gone together to go see some of these like live action or animated shorts before. So there have been times where we have made this our prerogative to care. I just think neither of us did that this year.
I just didn't have time.
So it's hard to. Yeah. Anyway, so adapted screenplay will be our next category. What do you think?
Okay, once again, we're go ahead and kicking Frankenstein on out of here. No one likes you. And
it's a bad adaptation.
How is 28 years later not here?
Oh yeah, because it's a sequel. It would be adapted.
Yep.
Dude. Yeah. Yeah. I just they got no love. They got no love for our boy Danny Boyle. Since his Slumdog win, they were just like, yeah, and we're done.
Yep, don't care about you
done
anymore.
With any of your movies ever. Yep, good job. You got your Oscar. Fuck off forever, Danny Boyle. It doesn't matter if you make one of the cooler movies of the year and it's a big hit and a lot of people like it. We don't care. Yeah, that should absolutely be in here. I don't think anything else. Nothing stands out to me as like egregious.
So like I will say,
we didn't like.
I do a bad job of knowing what's original, what's adapted. Ooh, yeah. Sorry, something just like flew in my nose. I do such a bad job knowing what's original and what's adapted, so that like I don't always know where to put things, but I know this should get recognized. This is an amazing screenplay, and like it deserves to be in this conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that being said, even if we added that in, like, I would love the nomination for that. I don't know that it would get my, like, should
No,
win.
I think should win and will win for me is both One Battle After Another. And am I correct in assuming that your should win is Train Dreams?
You are 100%
correct.
Yes. I think my will win is, of course, One Battle. These are now categories that feel somewhat locked, and are like bigger, again, above the line kind of categories. So these will be like huge shocks to everybody, I think, if these two screenplay things don't go to One Battle, and we'll get to original screenplay, I guess, in a second. But I would love a Train Dreams win here. It's not happening.
No, but that's also this is not my Train Dreams win.
Well, I have
Yeah.
more that I want Train Dreams to win for, but look. Everyone who didn't watch our best of the year thing. Train Dreams is my favorite movie of the year, so that's my number one. And One Battle is your number one, correct?
It is.
Of the
Yes.
year. So that's gonna knowing that will inform a lot of our picks, I think, moving forward. But yeah, Train Dreams is my favorite thing of the year. I think it's, from what I understand, it was a difficult thing to adapt. This like sort of novel, or I don't even know, it's a short story or a novel or whatever. But I think it was a difficult thing to adapt to the screen. I think they did an amazing job. Um, and yeah, I mean, I think the One Battle, I have some issues with the screenplay, which we don't need to get into. But moreover, I just think like as an active adaptation, One Battle has like very little to do with the Thomas Pynchon novel that it's adapted from.
You give that a slight because of that?
In an original. I do a little bit.
I kind of give it a bonus being its own thing. Like definitely adapting from something, but creating something completely brand new that no one is going to be like, I can't believe it. I can't believe they did such a bad job with that book. Like, I actually give that an extra step up.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's reasonable too. I think it's just like movie by movie, you have to kind of decide this. And like, if I'm saying that I think Frankenstein gets dinged extra hard for being a bad adaptation of the book Frankenstein, purely because it is too like faithful to the book Frankenstein, to be a good adaptation of it. If I'm saying that gets dinged, then I feel like I also have to ding things for whether or not they are good at the act of adaptation. And unfortunately, I don't know enough about Begonia, which I think is based off of a Korean movie, if I'm not mistaken, and Hamnet. I don't know what Hamnet is based off of.
I'm pretty sure it's based off of like an actual biography of like Shakespeare's wife or something like that.
Oh.
I think Hamnet is I think the book for Hamnet tries to be a biography. Like, still needs to fill in the blanks and stuff, but tries to be biographical.
Okay, that makes sense. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say it out loud here. This is why I will ding the One Battle After Another adaptation. I think in the act of adapting this novel, Paul Thomas Anderson took a story in Pynchon's novel that was like about a bunch of like Weather Underground-esque like white 60s revolutionaries, and he instead made it about a bunch of like mixed race revolutionaries from like this era. And in just sort of doing that one-to-one shift, he created some of the issues that people have like complained about that movie. And I think that's, if I'm pointing to one thing that I will say is a failure of adaptation, it is not recognizing that like some of the story elements that were in that original idea did need to be changed. And I think particularly for the like Perfidia Beverly Jones character, I think that was kind of based on like a character in that book who is like a white woman in the 60s. And a lot of the complaints that we heard about that character wouldn't necessarily be bad to like have a white woman in the 60s portrayed.
But then the rest of the movie doesn't make sense.
I'm not saying, but we're not getting into a further discussion of it.
Oh, it's going to come up. It's going to come up. And I have new, because I've rewatched this movie and I have new things to say.
Okay, so interesting. But I think overall that is if I'm actually being honest about like this is an adaptation and whether it's good or bad, I think there should have been at least some more discussion about like how much of this actually needs to change based on who we're portraying now. So that's why I'm giving it to Train Dreams as well over One Battle. But I think it is overall a very good screenplay. So we both have will win one battle. I'm doing Train Dreams for
Oh,
sure.
okay.
For original screenplay.
Oh, it's Sinners. It should be Sinners.
I also think it will be Sinners. I'm going to diverge a little bit here and say this is the one place I want to see sentimental value in. Actually,
I have my sentimental values are coming later.
Yeah, because I personally want other things for like international, etc. So like this is the place where I'm trying to give it the win. Because I think it's a great screenplay. I think it's a great screenplay. And I think the screenplay is its like biggest strength.
I actually think the acting is the biggest strength, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But
we'll get to the acting now.
I do think should have been nominated Weapons. 1,000,000% should have been nominated.
Oh, yeah.
We could go ahead and get Blue Moon the fuck out of here. I don't know why that movie exists.
You saw that now.
Yeah,
right?
It's not. It's fine. I don't know why it exists. Again, I don't know why anyone cares. Like, I don't get it.
It's a great performance by Ethan Hawke, but like, I don't know, man. It is like watching a play.
Yeah.
It's a lot more like watching a play, and I don't want my movies to feel like plays. You know, I want them to be movies. So you know, some of the dialogue is very good. I don't think it deserves original screenplay in any way.
And I think a movie that does
here,
so little, right? Because like part of the screenplay is moving the plot along, and for a movie that doesn't do that, for a screenplay that doesn't do that at all, it should not be nominated.
Yeah. I mean, it's just in a way like having it all be in one location too is just sort of like, so you literally just had to write dialogue then. You know, like I don't know, it doesn't even seem as difficult as the other ones. If we're including that in our consideration, like a difficulty level thing. If Weapons was nominated, would that be your choice?
Oh. No, because my Weapons win is coming later as well.
Okay. All right. I think if Weapons was nominated, no, I'd still give it to sentimental value. It's a great screenplay, though. I love Zach Cregger. Let's keep it going. Let's go cinematography. I feel like you know where I'm doing with this one, so I'm just going to say it. I think Train Dreams should win. I love the cinematography in Train Dreams. I think it's the most beautiful film of the year. I am guessing that this is a one battle win.
This is definitely a one battle win, and I am 100% with you. Train Dreams should win this. Train Dreams has one of the best cinematographies I've ever seen. Period. End of story. Like it looks
it's gorgeous,
incredible, and the fact that it's not going to get any love is truly sad. And I 100% blame Netflix. Because I think if people were watching this movie on IMAXs across the world, 100% people would be talking about the cinematography for this movie. So Netflix, you fucked up.
Yeah. They really did. I mean, in general, this Clint Bentley just needs better distribution, you know? Because he also did Sing Sing. And that movie is also incredible. And, you know, A24, they also kind of like bungled that one a bit, you know, like they released it into a window where I think it made like a decent amount of money for like the size of movie it was, but like it kind of came out too early. And then when it came for awards push, they were just sort of like, nah.
Yeah. Sing Sing was in theaters for a week. It actually did okay. And then it just disappeared. Mm-hmm. Never to be heard from again, and then it just showed up on HBO Max, like after the Oscars, and I was like, "What? Why would you do that?
Why would you do that?" Yeah, and then I watched it, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's one of the best movies."
It was great. It's an absolutely great movie.
It's a great movie. Coleman Domingo should have won for that. He was awesome. All right, so I'm doing one battle. Will win. Train Dreams should win.
I'm the exact same.
Awesome. Let's go best sound. Wow, I don't have a lot of opinions about this.
It's
What do
F1.
you
It's
think?
F1 and it's not even close. They will win. It should win. It's F1. Like same argument I
Yeah.
just made about visual effects. They created new things to do the sound for F1. It's amazing. It's one of the highlights of this movie is the sound of these racing. You really feel like you're in the car. It's true. Seeing that movie in IMAX was fantastic. They will win. It should win. I will not have another conversation about it. Like,
End of
yeah,
story. End of story. We're both just gonna do this because I have no opinion on this, and I also agree that I thought F1 sound was great. And yeah, this is as good of a time as any though to say that I didn't see Surat yet. So
yeah,
you know,
Mr. Rat too. Yeah,
I missed it. You know, maybe that one has incredible sound. I don't really know. No clue. I would love to go see it. I will go see it at some point, but I have not seen it. Cool. So F1 will win, should win for both of us. Casting. This is an interesting one because there's no historical precedent for this because this is the first
it is
year
the first
we've
year.
done the casting award. So what's the world thinking is going to happen with this one?
I think it's gonna be Sinners, and I'm
Hmm. Oh, right, because
it went
No,
ensemble.
wait, it didn't win
Yeah,
ensemble at
it
SAG.
went ensemble and
It
SAG. Yeah,
did.
and
Oh,
I
oh,
kind
okay.
of
I don't know why I thought one battle won
nope.
ensemble, but no, you're right.
I really
Okay.
hope that the casting doesn't just become the SAG Ensemble Award because I think like I would be perfectly happy with Sinners winning. I think it found um oh I'm totally blanking on his name. Uh Miles Canton out of nowhere.
Oh,
Uh
yes, yes, yes. It took me a second to realize who you were
um
talking about, and I was like, yeah, yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
is cast
He's
really
incredible.
well. My other
Hmm.
like maybe should would be Marty Supreme because I think they found a bunch of non-actors that did very well. Um, but
Yeah.
I think Sinners will win. I think it should win.
Okay. This is the one in the same way that we're trying to spread shit around. This is where I'm giving the Marty Supreme.
Okay. Yeah.
If I'm just going, I think I have no argument for this one in terms of will win. I'm going along with you that it will be Sinners. I think should win is Marty Supreme, and we had a bit of a conversation about this before. But yeah, man, like that story about Josh Safdie just watching whatever random like New York Knicks, YouTube or Instagram reel it was, where he found that dude who is gonna be like Marty's best friend who gets him the ping pong balls, who is just some random New Yorker who said like some dumb shit about the Knicks when he was drunk, and he was like, "Get that guy to be in my movie." Like that's what I want. That's what I want Best Casting to be an award for. I want it to be like we're finding people in the world who just work in
And
our movies.
I think the whole did you hear about the whole Safdie controversy that came up?
I no,
Okay.
no. I heard there was a controversy, and I chose not to
Bullet
engage,
points
to be honest. But tell me what's
is
going on.
basically
Yeah.
uh guy who they kind of like very like found on the street like in one of his earliest movies, guy they found on the street had a record, exposed himself
Hmm.
to an actress off script. Actress was under
Hmm.
18. He says he didn't know she was under 18, kept filming. And
Hmm.
I think the fact that this controversy stems from some casting mistakes took him out of
Oh,
contention for this particular prize.
yeah,
And I think otherwise he
yeah.
could be the favorite.
That makes 100%. That makes total sense. I mean, yeah, that's a super fucked up situation. Um, and yeah, that does also speak to needing to vet people
Yep.
more. You know, I hope, I very much hope that after he was like, I want that guy for my movie, they also like ran a background check on that dude. You know,
It's a good thing to do. Yeah.
uh, it's a good thing to do for sure. I very much hope, yeah, that they learned a lesson for that, and the actress is okay and was not, too traumatized by that incident. And yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is too bad because I still think Marty Supreme's casting is probably the best out of this. But Sinners would be an amazing winner. I think Sinners casting is also incredible.
Yes.
Like you said, that finding Miles Cadden is.
And for me,
so.
honestly, the only this is one where I really hope it's not Hamnet or One Battle After Another, because then it's just congratulations, you found a bunch of famous people and you made it so that everyone's calendars worked out. And that's all you did. That's not what this should be.
Yeah. I mean, we should give Hamnet and One Battle. Oh my God, why am I blanking on the name of Leonardo DiCaprio's daughter in?
Yeah, I can't think of her name. She was very good. You were correct.
I can't think of her. She's very good. That's one of her first roles, right? I mean, I don't.
She's done some TV. She's not like a no name. She's done some TV.
Okay. All right. I mean, still a big risk to choose her, as you've said many times on this to go toe to toe with some giants. And for her to just match those punches is amazing. So that's great casting. And I will also give Hamnet. I will also admit here I need to see Hamnet still. I've really not had a lot of time. I will be watching the Best Picture nominees that I have missed and have not yet seen before the actual show. So I will have watched Hamnet and The Secret Agent before the actual Oscars air, but I've still not seen
I did not know you haven't seen The Secret Agent or Hamnet. Yes, I did not know that.
I have not seen it yet. I am sorry, I'm a bad podcaster.
Well,
I will be
Secret Agent is on Hulu, right? Secret Agent is on Hulu.
Yes. And Hamlet's on Peacock, I believe.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that one.
So, yeah. So I will be able to watch both of those. But Hamlet, apparently they did a great job casting the kid, right? I don't know.
The kid was fine.
I'll give them that, maybe.
Okay, honestly,
yeah, the Hamlet should not be included.
The kids from Wuthering Heights, to me, overshadowed the kids from Hamnet. And that's part of my thought process right now.
Okay.
If I'm being perfectly honest.
Yeah. For sure. And yeah, Hamnet is definitely the one where it's okay, you cast Paul Mescal, the internet's boyfriend, and Jessie Buckley, who's also up and coming, big actress.
Who's also been nominated for Oscars. Exactly. Congratulations.
Totally.
Yeah.
All right. What's next on our list?
Documentary feature, and here's where I get upset. Oh, God. Here it is, everyone.
Okay.
The overwhelming favorite is The Perfect Neighbor, and my God, it sucks. It's awful. Don't watch it. Don't waste your time. Listener, don't.
I didn't.
It's on the only reason why it's going to win is because it's on Netflix, and Netflix has this track record of getting shitty documentaries over the line, and it's so stupid. They could have made a really interesting documentary. So this movie is about a woman who is a white woman who's probably in her 50s or 60s, who's lonely, who's upset about how her life turned out, basically consistently yelling at kids who are playing in the lot next to hers, making too much noise. Threatens one of these kids, and one of the kids' moms comes in and is banging on the door and being you cannot talk to my kid like that, very understandably, and then she shoots the mom and kills the mom. Okay? Terrible story, but they only the documentary doesn't interview anyone, doesn't do anything. It just shows you body cam footage of cops. It shows body cam footage of cops coming before the shooting and talking to everyone and trying to smooth everything out and trying to be she's not doing anything illegal. I know you don't like her, but just, And instead of actually telling a thoughtful story and like interviewing people to get their thoughts on what did happen versus what could, like, they would like to see happen as community members, they did nothing. And they didn't get her side of it. They didn't get the community side of it. They did nothing. It was such a lazy documentary. It's so bad. I hate it. And it's going to win. And I'm going to be so pissed. And the only reason why it's going to win is because it's on Netflix. That's the only reason why it's going to win.
Everything you just said made me mad too. That sounds like the worst. Like, I'm so glad I didn't watch this. And you did tell me it was bad before, but like, that sounds like the worst documentary I can imagine.
So yes.
I mean, genuinely, to be like, there's this horrible thing that happened that was a crime from this woman, and let's make something that's like kind of pro cop about it.
It's not. You know? It's not pro cop.
It's just why
it's
not?
It's not pro cop.
Okay, that'll at least okay. I will back off a little bit on my anger.
I do think
because you being like it's a bunch of body cam footage does make it seem like we're giving them a lot of the cops' perspective, which is why I made that assumption.
There's some ring camera.
It portrays the cops badly.
It doesn't portray the cops badly. I think it says the cops were in a no-win situation. Right? Okay. What it does do is it portrays the other community members very well. Right? Okay. Like, they tried to work. They tried to talk to the cops. They tried to be like, she's dangerous. And the cops were like, I understand. I agree with you, but she's not breaking the law and my hands are tied. Right? You had that conversation many, many times before the shooting. The issue is that we don't explore it at all, which could have been a really cool documentary.
Yeah. No, I'm just not. I'm not interested.
Fuck all that. No, it sucks. Who should win? Which, if you have not seen this, watch this documentary. This is one of my. It's in my top 10 now. After I've seen it, it's the Alabama Solution, and it is about a bunch of Alabama inmates who they managed to get phones to, talking about how they're being mistreated by the prison guards. And it's a lot of so it's a combination of footage that the inmates sent to the producers, conversations via Zoom with the inmates who are trying to basically set up like statewide hunger fasts and work stoppages to try and get better treatment within the facility, and then conversations with family members of people who are incarcerated or people who have died at the hands of prison guards. It's an absolutely amazing documentary. It's one of my favorite films of the year. It is, if you are watching, it's on HBO Max right now. Watch this movie, The Alabama Solution. It should win. Okay. It's fantastic. This is like, for me, Alec, this is like, it's like, this is going to be like if Minding the Gap lost to My Octopus Teacher. That's what this is going to be like for me on Sunday. I'm going to be so upset.
That put it so well for me to personally understand. I know the viewers will not totally understand.
And if you haven't seen Minding the Gap, watch Minding the Gap. I wonder if it's still on Hulu. So I hope it is. It's so good.
I hope so. One of my favorite documentaries ever made. Absolutely devastating. An incredible film. I haven't seen any of these. There's another one where I'm a bad Oscar viewer. But I'm going to throw in a different will win just to make you feel like there's hope. I'm going to say will win is going to be Mr. Nobody against Putin.
I think that has a real possibility. I think that has a real possibility. Historically, anti-Russia documentaries do very well with the Academy. I think there's a shot. I think there's a real shot at that.
Okay. So I will, again, so that we have some disparity between our picks here, and also just in the real hopes that you will be a little bit happier on Oscar night. I will say that will win, and I will just agree with you, of course, on the should win Alabama solution, because your description of that makes it sound like an incredible documentary. I will say I do want to see Good Light. It was also on Apple TV Plus. That looks like a very beautiful, uplifting film about a poet who's dealing with dying of cancer. But I have not yet watched it.
It is worth watching. Yes.
Yeah. It looks like it was hard to.
Sorry.
Bless you. It's hard to convince myself again to be that sad. And I instead ended up watching The Lost Bus, which was sad in a different.
Actually, you and Laura should really watch Come See Me in the Good Light. It's you.
Okay.
Yeah, just.
You would like it too.
Woo.
Bless you. It's springtime.
Yeah,
y'all.
my allergies are out. Anyways, moving on.
International film. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Where are you on international?
Okay,
film?
so I have not seen Surat or The Voice of Han Rajab.
Yes.
Of the three that I've seen, I really liked all of these movies. So I will say very little about The Secret Agent because I don't want to spoil it for you. But my argument against The Secret Agent, the first hour is very slow. The second hour is phenomenal. So okay. I'm just saying this to say don't give up. Right? Sometimes it's very hard, especially with.
I mean, I wouldn't anyway because it's not made for Best Picture, so I would slog through. But I appreciate that you know this about me. That I would.
I almost did. If it wasn't nominated for Best Picture, I would have. Right.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
No, actually, I would have it because it was nominated for international film. Like actually, because this has been one of my favorite categories. But so
it's been for years. This has been actually where the best films are generally kept.
So I will say, Sentimental Value, It Was Just an Accident, and The Secret Agent all are in my top 20 for the year. I really like all of these movies. I like No Other Choice just as much as Sentimental Value.
Yep.
Like it is, they are two, like Sentimental Value is number 2 for the year. No Other Choice is 5. I love both of these movies. No Other Choice should have been nominated. Because I haven't seen the other two, I cannot say for certain it should have been nominated above them. So I have to kick out The Secret Agent. And I'm making my argument for No Other Choice. Should have been nominated. That's the only way to fit it in based on my criteria. It Was Just an Accident and Sentimental Value and No Other Choice are 3 of my top 10 movies of the year. I love all of them. And No Other Choice should be in this race.
Yeah. No, it absolutely should. Absolutely. And I would say, I think if it was for me, it would be the should win. I have not rearranged, like I've not continued to like add stuff in a ranking way really for my thing from last year. I need to sort of get to that. But when we did our top 10s of the year, I believe I had Sentimental Value 8 and No Other Choice 3 at that time. So I am also with you in terms of like, there are several movies here that would be top 10. I think from what I have heard, and you can tell me if this is right or not, it seems like this is where the Sentimental Value win will come. or is this maybe a Brazil contingent? Is Secret Agent taking it here?
So I would not
Or
be
will
shocked if the Brazil contingent puts Secret Agent over the line. Everything I have seen
Yeah.
is that Secret Agent will win, and I believe it should win. It's my second favorite movie of the year. I loved it. I think it should win.
Oh, you said Secret
Oh no,
Agent. You
sorry,
mean
sentimental value. Sentimental value is
Yeah.
it's my will win. It's my should win.
Okay. All right. I am going to say, and this is again because I in my should, I think sentimental value will win, even though I, like Amanda Dobbins, am afraid of the country of Brazil. I I think because I spread around the love for sentimental value, and I'm trying to give love to everybody, because that's the way I would love this show to be. It's like a celebration of all of these films and their strengths. I would give the should win to It Was Just an Accident here, because I've already given should win sentimental value for original.
Oh, maybe in an attempt
so,
to spread the love, I should give it to It Was Just an Accident, because God, I love that movie. That movie's so good.
Like and like this is the only place it's
yeah,
right. You know, I mean, it's just the only. So that's what I feel. And you know, again, I could love Surratt and the voice of Henry Job. They both seem like very cool. Very not cool is not the word I would use maybe, but you know, interesting. You know, important movies. But you know, it's hard to imagine them being better than sentimental value, or It Was Just an Accident for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to say should win. It Was Just an Accident. Will win sentimental value. Prepared to be very wrong and it be actually Secret Agent. Let's go animated film. And I'm going to say that for me, this is a should win, will win K-pop Demon Hunters. And I have also not seen Arco or Little Amelie, but you know, you said Arco was great.
I really liked Arco.
And I don't know if
I did not see Little Amelie. K-pop Demon Hunters is going to win this prize. It is the lock of all locks. Once again, in an attempt to spread the love, it would have been awesome for Arco, a very not seen movie, to win this instead of the Netflix everyone has seen this movie. And once again, I'm giving K-pop Demon Hunters love later.
Okay. You will give it love later. And that is nice of you to frame it that way. I will also once again though bring up that your K-pop Demon Hunters take is, I think, your worst take of the year in terms of, you know, you just being like it's
a good kid movie. It's a good animated film. It's not the greatest movie of all time. That's all I'm saying.
No one's saying
it does not deserve to be in your top 10.
No one's saying.
I really don't think so.
You're incorrect. You are incorrect. This is why this is the worst take. It is absolutely deserving of being in anyone's top 10. It's a fantastic film. All right, we're gonna move on. I think Arco is probably also very deserving of this. That's the only other one, because from what I've heard of Little Amelie, I feel like I won't like it that much. I think Arco would be a deserving one from what I've heard of it, largely through you. I think Zootopia 2 was fun, but kind of
It's super mid. It's super mid.
It's super mid. It's super mid. It was better than I thought it was going to be, but like I wasn't expecting much. And Elio, what the fuck is he doing
bad
here? This is one of Pixar's worst movies. It's pretty bad. It's a very low tier. Oh,
100%.
A very low tier Pixar movie. Yeah, and also very side thing. But did you see Hoppers?
I have not yet. Nope.
Okay. All I'm going to say is I thought it was funny, and then we'll move on. Cool. Let's go original score. What do you got?
Sinners should and will.
Sinners should and will. Yes. The original score, that original song is part of the original score. Is that correct? Did Ludwig Göransson also write that original song?
I believe so.
Okay. All right. Then I'm going to, based off of that alone and no other knowledge, I'm going to say Sinners should and will. because I feel like I liked the original score in Sinners, and once again I feel like a bad host of this podcast. But I genuinely don't remember the scores for the rest of these, y'all. I listened to like a little bit of the Begonia score right before we came on to try and remember it. And I was like, oh yeah, I guess those were pretty cool. Those are pretty cool compositions. But like not enough to be like, that deserves an Oscar, you know? I don't remember Johnny Greenwood's score for One Battle. I didn't see Hamnet yet. And also, hot take maybe here, I think Alexander Desplat is pretty boring. Every score I've ever heard of his, I find pretty goddamn
Don't
boring.
know who he is.
And that man has worked with Wes Anderson. Yeah. He's worked with Wes Anderson a lot, and I usually find Wes Anderson's scores delightful. I think his work on Moonrise Kingdom is probably like the one that I like the most, and then the rest of them I'm just sort of like, forgettable. Anyway, so that's my hot take for all you composer heads out there. Come at me for my hate of Alexander Desplat in the comments, please. We just want you to comment anything at this point. Let's move on. Sinners will win, should win. Original song?
Here is where I will give all the love to K-pop. Okay, are you ready? Here's who.
Thank you.
Here's who the 5 nominees should have been. Okay?
Yes.
It should have been I Lied to You from Sinners, Golden from K-pop, Soda Pop from K-pop, Your Idol from K-pop, and How It's Done from K-pop. That would have been an amazing 5 nominees.
It would have been great. I feel like you're actually missing one of my favorite K-pop Demon Hunter songs in there, though. Hold on, am I just not getting the title right? Oh yeah, no. What It Sounds Like needs to be in there too.
Oh, you're right. You're right. It's okay. So we need 6 nominees this year.
What It Sounds Like. Maybe over Your Idol.
Sure.
I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to figure out which
honestly,
one goes in.
I
goes
picked
out.
the 4 that are most streamed on Spotify. But the point that I'm trying to say,
those are all great choices.
is that this should have been the K-pop Demon Hunter extravaganza, right? Like just the celebration of this movie that swept the nation, that actually has music at the forefront, and that impacts. And I've said this before: if your song only matters, is only there to be done while the credits roll, it should not count.
Yep, I agree. And I agree as someone who loves Nick Cave and thinks his Train Dream song is pretty good. But I still don't want it nominated in this category. You know?
So,
I don't.
Anyways, the winner should be...
Yep, I Lied to You is the only one that should be in there that's not K-pop. 100%.
The winner should be Golden. It will be Golden. This is where I took the love from Best Animated Feature. I'm giving it here, because this is truly where K-pop Demon Hunters deserves all of the glory. They made very good pop songs, right? Like,
yeah, amazing pop song, and an amazing movie, which Dave definitely agrees with me on.
It's perfectly fine. You're acting like I hate this movie. I don't hate this movie.
I know. I just like giving you shit about it, because it's like the most popular movie that you've semi been like, my opinion is meh, you know, like, or like it's good, but like I don't get it, you know, I'm not on the hype train like everybody else is, and in general, I feel like my opinions have been more like people will disagree with me, you know, so I gotta really stick it to you in the one case where I'm on the popular side of the argument. Anyway, yeah, 100%. Golden needs it, deserves it, should win it, will win it. And we are now into the big ones, which is good, because, man, this is a long podcast. But we're going to do this shit. So you want to start with director?
Yes.
Right? And then go actors and then picture. Okay. All right. Uh, that's probably good because I feel like we'll agree with director, and I feel like we're gonna maybe. I mean, we'll see, but we're gonna maybe have some
We're
disagreements.
gonna need to
About
talk
this,
through
but
some of
I
the other
think we're both
ones.
gonna agree for
When
sure.
director like,
But here,
I don't know if we're gonna agree. I might zag while you zig.
oh, oh, okay, interesting. Okay, well, here's my zig. My zig is I think uh, will win is going to be Paul Thomas
Yes,
Anderson.
correct. Yep.
And I think should win is Paul Thomas
I
Anderson.
I disagree.
I think
I disagree. I
okay.
think
All right, give it to me. Give me the zag.
this is one of those situations where I think Paul Thomas Anderson's writing and the acting make this movie, not his directing.
Mm,
When I think,
interesting. Okay.
based on Ryan Coogler's history with Michael B. Jordan, like his directing more than his writing makes this movie. So I think Ryan Coogler should win. I think Paul Thomas Anderson will win.
Yeah. Interesting. I mean, look, I think Ryan Coogler does an incredible job of directing Sinners. If I was going to give I feel like I have the opposite opinion of you about One Battle. I feel like my feeling is that it's the strength is the directing and the performances, and the weakness is the writing. So that's fascinating, you know. But yeah, I think this is to me a Paul Thomas Anderson Oscar because Paul Thomas Anderson needs a goddamn Best Director Oscar.
I agree.
And like this is his most popular film.
I agree with that sentiment.
You know?
Paul Thomas Anderson needs a Best Director Oscar. I'm gonna be perfectly happy with him winning it. I would be.
Yeah.
But this is once again. I'm gonna split. I'm splitting by what I want to win. I think it would be cooler if Ryan Coogler wins this for Best Director.
Over Paul Thomas Anderson. Yeah, look, I mean, if Ryan Coogler pulls this off, I will also be very happy. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, come on, give it to PTA. Like, I think he'll have another chance. It's just, you know, this is also, like, a good fucking time to do it. He did a great job directing this movie. You know? Like, I don't think anybody's coming out being like, even people who I don't think like that movie, I don't think are going like the craft of the movie is bad or something.
Yes,
you know?
I agree with that
I
statement.
don't think anyone has that take. So I would say Paul Thomas Anderson. I also just got to say, you know, Joachim Trier doesn't give enough love in this conversation. I feel like where are his odds in terms of winning?
Oh,
Are they the
very
bottom?
low. Very low.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to win. He's not going to win. But also, like, Joachim Trier is an incredible fucking director, and he directs the shit out of that movie.
Sure.
And we talked a little bit in depth when we talked about that movie about just, like, how good some of the decisions are that he's making as a director. But, like, man, I would say, to me, it's almost, like, neck and neck. Like, I would, if I'm not giving it to PTA, I'd have a hard time choosing between Coogler and Trier in terms of how good I personally think the direction of those films are. And what's hard is just that they're incredibly different films.
Yeah.
And Coogler is just doing shit that's nothing like what Trier is doing. But I love the zigs. I love the zags. That's where I'm giving One Battle more love is director here. But you're giving Coogler the love. I'd love to see anything here. Honestly, either one of those would be great. This is kind of going to be some of the fun of this Oscar night. Is I feel like there are going to be moments like that where either way we're both going to be like,
yeah,
know?
I 100%.
Like hell yeah. Like, all right, supporting
this
actor.
one I need to talk out with you.
Yeah, I'm okay. Good.
Yeah, okay.
Me too.
All right.
Me too. I didn't put anything down for this. I didn't put down a should or a will. What's going on with this category?
First off, I have no patience or respect for category fraud. Period. End of story.
Yes, agreed.
Stellan Skarsgård.
Yes. Jacob Elordi, get the fuck
out. Jacob Elordi and Stellan Skarsgård should not be going for this.
No.
Those are both lead. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, 100%.
I think replacing them should be Miles Catton from Sinners. And then you're gonna love this one.
I'm in.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. It's out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Fiennes.
Yeah.
Ray Fiennes from 28 Years Later should absolutely be nominated.
I'm 100%. 100%. That's who should get this nomination.
I knew you would love it.
Fiennes
I knew it.
Wait, Fiennes. Does Fiennes have an Oscar?
He does.
Fiennes
He
has to have an
does.
Oscar,
Yes.
Right? He does. I don't give a
it
shit.
doesn't matter.
I don't give a shit. Give it to Fiennes. Give it to Fiennes for that. You know. And also, here's what I'm going to say. Here's what I would do. Wait, so you would say Miles Catton? Okay, I agree. Miles Catton is great. But here's
So
what I'm
I would
say
say my five nominees should be for Best Supporting Actor. Should be
yes.
Penn, Del Toro,
yeah.
Lindo, Canton, Fiennes.
Okay. Here is actually all due respect to Sean Penn, but I feel like Penn also has. Well, if we're putting Fiennes in for okay, we got to keep Penn. Here's the thing: I also would throw in as a wild card here. I would love Michael Cera for the Phoenicians.
Oh, that'd be a great one too.
I feel like that would be a lovely way to get Michael Cera a weird Oscar nomination that like he'll never win one and he'll never get nominated again. But just like this one,
has he ever been nominated? Has he never been nominated?
Could be like, no. But this one time, and now for the rest of his career, in whatever like very silly movie he's in, it could be like Oscar nominee Michael Cera. Like that would be a great bit. It would be a great bit. But I get it. That's a long shot. I don't think he actually would ever have been nominated. But I think Ray Fiennes is he would be my should win this. He is so good in that role. And then when he reprises it in the Bone
he's
Temple,
even better.
Also
he's even better.
He's even better. He becomes like a lead in that movie, and it's clear how great he was as supporting because he also carries it as a lead. That's like the definition of a great supporting. It's like you figure if they had their spin-off movie, you would be like, oh, I'd watch that 100%. And they literally did that. So yeah, if Ray Fiennes was in here, he would be my
so now,
but
out of the 5 that are actually listed, I think should win. Once again, I have no love for category fraud. I think should win is Del Toro.
Yeah.
I think he's my favorite part of that movie.
I'm inclined to agree with you. I think he's the best part of the movie. Where I'll push back a tiny bit is he's the best part of the movie. Part of that is that he makes me feel the best when I'm watching the movie. But I'm not sure if Sean Penn's performance isn't a better performance overall than Del Toro's performance in it. And I don't know how to separate.
If you want to make the argument,
Sean Penn makes you feel like terrible.
If you want to make the argument that Del Toro is just playing himself in that role, I would believe you.
A little bit. But also, I don't know Sean Penn well enough to say for sure Sean Penn isn't playing a little bit of himself in the Sean Penn. I know, I'm not trying to say he's a white supremacist piece of shit, but like, Sean Penn could definitely tap into some anger that he has from his personal life to get. In the same way Del Toro.
I just don't care.
Yeah.
Del Toro is.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
He does all of these little things that are amazing. His presence in that movie. Like I was just rewatching it. And I was just even on my regular TV, I was just mesmerized by Del Toro every second he was on screen. He blows everyone, like the same way Sean Penn doesn't blow everyone away who's on screen with him. Del Toro does. Yeah. And that's my argument.
Yeah. That's fair. It's a strong argument, man. I don't. So here's actually what's happening in my head right now. Because I think you're right. I think it is like Del Toro just lights up the screen every time he's there. Elordi's gone. We're not thinking about Elordi. I love Delroy Lindo. I think Delroy Lindo has like 2 incredible scenes in Sinners. But otherwise, again, like when he's on screen with other people, I am still more kind of paying attention to like Michael B. Jordan. And like, you know, he's not stealing scenes necessarily. He's kicking ass in scenes that are written for him.
Yeah.
So I don't think that wins it for me. But I'm glad he's here. I'm giving Del Toro over Sean Penn, so let's leave Sean Penn aside. Stellan Skarsgård is the one where I'm sort of going, okay, but that is an incredible performance. And I know it's category fraud, but like it is overall a more like nuanced and interesting performance than Del Toro.
Okay, so
I do kind of go back.
But then let's talk about who we think will win, because Skarsgård, once again, he's gonna come up in the not category fraud.
Yeah.
This should be happening Oscars, right? Like,
yeah.
So let's talk about who should win. And here's what I want to talk through with you. Who will win?
Who will?
Have you ever seen someone win an Academy Award in the acting category who didn't want the award this badly outside of Anthony Hopkins during the weird COVID year?
That's the one I was thinking of, yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Like, he might not come.
George C. Scott for Patton. That dude didn't come. He, like, literally didn't think actors should compete against each other, and he, like, hated the Oscars. But they still gave him it for Patton. But that's literally 2 out of, like, the entire history of the Academy Awards.
So Sean Penn might not come.
Maybe compete.
But he's the favorite.
Yeah.
By a lot. And I just don't see it.
No.
I don't see anyone during a normal year, during a non-COVID year, not do any of the glad handing and win it. And so my question is, who do you think will? I think it's going to be either Skarsgård or Lindo. And if the other one, like if Canton was in there instead of Lindo, it'd be Skarsgård, right? Like, if Fiennes was in there instead of Skarsgård, it'd be Lindo. You know what I mean? Like, if there was one guy who was like, this is a great character actor who's never gotten his due, and he deserves it, they would be the predominant favorite. They'd be running away with this. Instead, we have 2 of those guys who I think are going to split the vote. And that's where Penn could take it.
Yeah. Shit. I mean, it's a great... I'm going to just put mine down. I'm going to say will win. I think it'll be Skarsgård.
I think so too, but I don't feel... This is like the one that I feel the least good about.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I think actor I feel the least good about, but I think this is right up there. But I'm going to say Skarsgård will win.
Because here's the argument against Skarsgård. He has won one precursor, and it's the Globes. Yeah. And the Globes has no combination, like no crossover. Lindo has won none. So maybe if you're going to argue it's going to be one of those 2, maybe it has to be Skarsgård. But Penn has been so...
I think it's the...
Don't give me this Oscar, that I can't imagine it's Penn.
Mm-hmm. And yet, for some reason, that's the betting odds. I don't, it's just so weird. It's so weird. I mean, I don't think I would be that upset for anyone winning, except for the fact that I feel like Sean Penn would be upset winning.
And like won't come.
Won't come, yeah, which always just kind of sucks if somebody's watching the show. But like, I mean, I literally said when in our One Battle podcast, I was like, I guess Sean Penn is probably going to win an Oscar. I think immediately I was like, that dude gives an incredible performance. I thought he was going to win the Oscar. So, you know, it wouldn't shock me. I would prefer it to be Lindo, Skarsgård, or Del Toro. If only for Sean Penn not wanting it. Okay, I'm going to go Skarsgård will win. I am going to say should win, and this is off of your argument and off of the category fraud thing. I think Del Toro should win.
We are actually perfectly in line. Then.
Oh, god damn. Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, you convinced me. So that makes sense. I think I was going into that conversation thinking Skarsgård should win, will win. But no, you're right. It's not a supporting performance, and
if he was
Del Toro is just sort of a force.
Yeah.
It's like an undeniable thing in that movie.
Okay. Best supporting actress.
Oh boy. Okay.
I should start with Sun Yi-jin should be in this mix. Who plays the wife of No Other Choice. Mm-hmm. She was amazing in that movie. I took out Elle Fanning. Is my choice for out, who I think is just overmatched in every way, shape, and form in that.
Yeah.
But now
it's a good performance by her, but not.
Here is where I'm going to. So rewatching One Battle After Another. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have heard all of the anger about how Tiana Taylor's character is portrayed and what she did in that movie and yada, yada, yada. I had a realization on second watch that I didn't have before. That I was like, the movie is missing an extra couple of scenes before Tiana Taylor turns on everyone. She's suffering from postpartum depression.
Sure.
And she feels abandoned by all of her friends who care more about her baby than her. And I completely missed that the first time watching this movie.
That's interesting. Yeah. I don't think that was my interpretation of it either. Yeah.
And so with that thought process, that character to me makes way more sense than the first time I watched this movie. And talking with you, like, you were like, having this person as a 60s white woman takes away a lot of the problematic views, but then it doesn't work with the rest of the movie, right? Like the whole.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah. This has been our.
Yeah. And so.
Go on.
And I do
We've
think.
had the discussion a couple times.
Paul Thomas Anderson with Tiana Taylor and with this character does something very similar that Paul Thomas Anderson has done with women throughout his career, right? Heather Graham. I'm totally blanking on her name. The like kind of autobiographical movie with him as a kid that I didn't really like that much.
Oh,
Licorice Pizza.
And it was
Alana Haim, right? He consistently overly sexualizes.
Ham? I don't know.
Over sexualizes women in most of his movies. Basically in every movie except for There Will Be Blood. Right? Like that is pretty consistent with him as a director. You can make an argument that that's a negative. That's perfect. I'm perfectly okay with that. Now,
I mean, you've named two characters. I'm trying to think. Like Punch Drunk Love isn't really over sexualized. I'm trying to think. Like Phantom Thread doesn't feel
that 100% is over sexual. Both of those characters are over sexualized in Phantom Thread. Like,
I guess I don't know. It's just not exactly. It wasn't my first. I think they have a weird romance. I don't necessarily think of either of them as like sexualized though.
Oh, I think
so. I'll think about this idea more, but I think it's like he sometimes does this.
Well, like the woman
characters. I don't think it's like
the woman from Memento is very sexualized and uses her sexuality for her favor the whole movie.
That's one of the few I haven't seen. The Magnolia.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. I said Memento. That's Nolan.
Yeah, yeah,
But Magnolia,
yeah.
very similarly. Uh, and now you can make the
Yeah.
argument
I.
that all of those characters were white, and with a black character, he should have made this change. And that is a
Yeah. Yeah,
perfectly
yeah,
valid argument, and I have nothing. I have no argument against it. But
yeah,
I think
yeah.
like a lot of what I read was first you over sexualized a character who was a black woman,
Mm.
then you made her betray all of her friends. And I think that
Yes.
argument
Yeah,
is missing the postpartum depression
yeah.
of it all.
Yeah, I think that's totally
And
fair.
and that's
I think that's totally fair. Yeah.
that's what I and like the over sexualizing of a female character is consistent with a Paul Thomas Anderson movie, and through Tiana Taylor's own
Yeah.
words, is exactly what she expected from this character.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is what I'll say. I think one, I agree with what you just said. Like I think this is the postpartum thing, which I didn't really catch either, and I would be interested on rewatch to see if I'm also catching like what you saw there. But you know, I believe that it's in there for sure. I think that does like help explain the like betraying the friends part of it, and I do think that that is like that criticism is somewhat negated by that idea for sure. But like to me, the things that are more important about the criticism of that character are, as you said, sort of the hypersexualization thing, which is just sort of like it's hard and it's not his place necessarily to do it, right? Um, but I think actually the thing that's more so to me the critique of the character and what I meant by like adapting it from a white woman to a black woman is more what I think Van Lathan kind of put down, which is like for black revolutionary women, family is so important. Like it is such an integral part of who they are as like revolutionaries, and like raising the children is still like their number one act of revolution, right? Is like instilling these revolutionary principles in their kids and protecting their kids. So to me, I think in that book, from what I understand, there was a white woman who also kind of like, again, like you're saying, probably went through postpartum and was sort of like, I care more about the revolution than my kids. A lot of like white liberation from the 60s would say, like, free yourself from the bonds of marriage, like, be sexually free. You do not just have to be like a housewife. So, like, for a white woman at that time, it makes sense to have a character be like, no, you be the dad. You take care of the child. I'm going and being me. I'm going and living my life. But to make that a portrayal of a black woman revolutionary, I think does sort of miss how historically black women revolutionaries have
But
been.
this is where.
So to me, that's the thing that's a problem with the adaptation of it from a white woman into.
But I think that argument does miss the postpartum depression of it all.
Yeah, it does. In the totally, that's absolutely true and correct. But I still think that that's still something that you can't. If you're Paul Thomas Anderson, you still can't make that choice. I think that's still something where you have to go, okay, maybe there's another way to portray this person like abandoning her child or having to abandon her child that will make this land better. And like I have to kind of figure out a way to do this. Because it's not even so much the abandoning the child, which you could portray as something where it's like, yeah, she would be dead. Like, you know, and you can, like, there's been some historical comparison of this character to Assata Shakur, who was a black revolutionary, who was, like, basically separated from her children in the same, in a, you know, not completely dissimilar way. But it was, like, a very forced thing. Like, she did not want to be separated from them. So I think the scene that would need to change would be more the scenes of, like, Bob being the one who's like, but well, you have a baby at home, and her being like, no, I'm going to go out and do this. And I don't know exactly how you change that, but I feel like there's got to be some way to change that dynamic a little bit to make it seem like she cared more about the child. I feel like that would take care of a lot of the criticism that you saw.
Anyways, all of that being said, should win and will win.
I think this was a very good discussion of this. Yes.
Should win, will win. Amy Madigan weapons.
I am going to. Okay, here's where I started swerving because I want to make things interesting. So this is where I'm getting vibey with it. Okay, so I'm gonna say should win Amy Madigan. I'm gonna say should win Amy Madigan because I fucking love that movie and I love that performance. I'm gonna say will win.
I think that's a very real possibility.
I'm gonna say will win Wumi Masako. I'm gonna we gotta have some differences in our ballots so we can compare when we do this the after show. So I'm gonna do that's a little bit of a swerve. And do you want to go to actor? Because I'm gonna give you a big swerve on actor.
Let's do it. Go for it. Go for it. Who's your should win? Who's your should win? Will win.
My should win for actor is going to be Michael B.
Out
Jordan.
of the 5 that are available to me, I believe you are correct.
Yes. I think should win is Michael B. Jordan. I think, we've talked about it before. He gave 2 performances. They were both incredible. The movie rests on his shoulders. It's the best performance of his career. Like, both performances individually would be the best performance of his career. Together, they're far and above. And he's been good. You know, there's Killmonger, he's incredible.
Here's my argument, not against his performance, but why I'm not sure Michael B. Jordan deserves an Oscars yet. He's only incredible in in Ryan Coogler movies.
I don't care. I don't care.
I think that says
but I don't care.
I think that says something about the actor that only one director can actually make you incredible. Now, I've been on this podcast saying 2 months ago, I was like, this is Timothée Chalamet's Oscar to lose, and he lost it. He lost it.
He somehow did.
He lost it so hard.
He fucking did. I don't know. I mean, we don't actually know this yet. It is the betting odds that I saw were like it's like 33% Jordan, 32% Chalamet.
But like
it's so close.
I think the moment he lost it though is the BAFTA incident. I think how Michael B. Jordan handled the BAFTA incident gave him a lot of credibility within the BAFTAs, first off, which is a huge voting block, but within the Academy
for sure
in general, and then having such a big, like, joyous SAG when he went to go accept his award. I think like Timmy lost it. He fucked up and he would not shut up and is a big reason why he's not winning this award. If he just shut up 2 months ago, he'd be winning an Oscar. But the combination of the BAFTAs and the SAG and what happened during those 2 telecasts made Michael B. Jordan win this movie over Wagner Moura or Leo.
Yeah, and Ethan Hawke again. It's a good performance. He's not into this.
Also, my should have won is actually
should have been
nominated. Should have won is Stellan Skarsgård. Get Ethan Hawke out of here.
I like this.
Put respect on Skarsgård's name. It was a lead actor performance. And he should be winning this.
And it is an incredible performance. It is. I like that. I like it a lot. I think if you put Skarsgård in, I would still say that I think. I would think Skarsgård should probably win. It is a really it's such a subtle performance, and I love everything that Michael B. Jordan is doing with the characterization of Smoke and Stack. But there is some deep, amazing shit that Skarsgård is doing with his character and his performance. Where again, we talked about it before. there are things that you know about that person that are really never said on screen. And it's all just Skarsgård and the writing, and Joachim Trier's writing and directing. Okay, but who do you think will win?
I think
you said should win.
I think it's Michael B. Jordan. I think he should. Based on the 5 available, I think he should. I think he will.
Okay, here's where I'm gonna zag, and this is a completely vibe space pick. I have no proof of this whatsoever, and nothing will agree with me. But I have had a weird feeling for months now, and I'm gonna go with it. I think Wagner Moore.
I think that's a real possibility.
I think this is going to be like the shock of the night. I think there's usually one like shock, and I think this is gonna be it. I think people are it's gonna come out of nowhere.
And don't forget about Brazil. You cannot forget about Brazil.
Can't forget about Brazil, baby.
That wouldn't blow me away. I'm gonna say he wins this. Also, long-term prediction. I think Chalamet gets DiCaprio. I think you're right. I think this Oscar season left a bad taste in a lot of voters' mouths.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I think like he's gonna have movies come out for a while now that could get him nominated. I think he's gonna start getting snubbed, maybe for nominations, or just like be in there, but nobody thinks he's gonna get it. And I think it's gonna take like a weird like he's 45 and does something weird and different. This is now a like 15 plus year prediction, but this is how I'm feeling it out. Okay, cool. Let's wrap this shit up. Actress.
Buckley's gonna win it.
It's Buckley. Yeah. It's like
having seen both of these movies, I think it should be Renata Reinsve. But I know I will say with Buckley, girl, she can cry on camera in a very not annoying way, and that is hard. That is hard.
Yeah.
I just also want to throw my should have been nominated at you real quick. I would love. So I did watch Song Sung Blue, and I liked it more than I thought I would.
Oh, well, that's a great update for the podcast. You didn't hate all the Neil Diamond.
I did hate all the Neil Diamond. I did not hate the movie.
All right.
I hate it every time they played a Neil Diamond song? A little bit. Yes, I did. But I think Kate Hudson was very good.
Just imagining you like muting the Neil Diamond song parts of this movie and just watching the non-musical parts. That would be amazing.
However, it's still a pretty mid movie, right? Like it's still fine, and I don't really think she deserves a nomination for this. And I want to get Emma Stone out of here. You've got enough praise, and this is not your best. And I would love.
Yeah, it's good, but it's.
I would love to have seen Sophie Thatcher from Companion.
Ooh, I like that. That's a real like.
I know, yeah.
Kind of
that's a never gonna happen, but she carries that movie and is very realistic as 100%. The robot. And I would love to see Kate Blanchett from Black Bag in.
Oh yeah, dude, that's a great call. I like that a lot. Kate Blanchett in Black Bag. I mean, look, Fassbender also rules in that movie. Like the whole cast is kicking ass, but Blanchett, like her most effortlessly cool that she's ever been, and that's saying a lot. Kate Blanchett is cool as hell. She played Bob Dylan better than a bunch of male actors in a movie where they all played Bob Dylan.
Yeah,
like that woman is cool.
She's great.
So I love it. I love these two additions. And if they were in there,
no, it would still.
I would be tempted to give this to Kate Blanchett, but I don't.
It would still be Renata Reinsve for me, but
I think she is the Oh, well, okay. So I didn't see. I was obviously. I just said I didn't see Song Sun Blue. I also didn't see If I Had Legs I'd Kick You, and I really want to. And I love Rose Byrne as an actress,
She's
but I also would not.
amazing in that movie. I have heard lots of people
Mm-hmm.
connect to it in very meaningful ways. I did not.
Yeah,
I did not connect with it. It's not.
you
It's
didn't.
not my.
Okay.
It's not for me.
I also just think that her as an actress, she is someone who like I very much like, and I like her in things. I think she's incredibly talented. I think this would be a weird thing to give her an Oscar for because it's kind of like the first thing that's elevated to this level where she would be in a discussion for this kind of award. And I also, this is maybe a rude thing to say, but she's also the kind of actress where like I don't think it really hurts her if she doesn't win an Oscar or something.
If I think
You
it
know?
actually
Like,
helps
I
her.
wouldn't be that sad personally. Yeah, I wouldn't be that sad personally if Rose Byrne never won an Oscar, and I just don't think it matters all that much to her either. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But I think Renata Runsford is an actress who like should win an Oscar.
I agree.
At some point.
Yes.
I think she is. Her and Emma Stone to me are like the two best actresses maybe on the planet. You know, I just think she's incredible.
Yeah.
But like that being said, I did. Because I did not see Hamnet yet, and I feel like I really like Jessie Buckley a lot as an actress. I think she's incredible, and everyone is saying that this movie is her movie, et cetera, et cetera. I just put down will win, should win Jessie Buckley, and I didn't really think about it much more. I'm inclined to agree with you with Renata Rensva, but I'm just gonna to keep it more separate. I'll do will win, should win Jessie Buckley.
Can we?
Right.
Let's do Best Picture.
Knock it out. Best Picture. Start us off. What do you think? I mean, we both agree on will win, I think, right?
Will win one battle.
Will win one battle.
Okay.
That's what I think too. I mean, it's the odds-on favorite, right? We both listen to the Big Picture podcast. Obviously, this pod is somewhat inspired by that one in some ways. To just two people talk about their love of movies. And their love of the Oscars. So, Sean Fennessy has sort of laid it out. The historical precedents that have been set by one battle, it's like the strongest contending resume of like any movie ever or something. It's something crazy. So I think we'll win.
My should win is also one battle, and this is I would love to see Coogler go win it for director and one battle win here. That would be my ideal split. Is your ideal split the opposite? Yeah. Is your ideal split the Sinners should win?
Well, no. So I want to talk about that. I think we need to sort of like talk the Sinners thing out, the one battle versus Sinners thing out a little bit. And I think the way you split it would be great. I think one battle will win. My should win is Train Dreams. It's my favorite movie of the year. Like, I think it should win this.
Hold on though. But here's my argument against that statement. I don't necessarily think my favorite of the movie of the year should win the Oscar every year. Right? Like
that's
so for instance, my should have been nominated.
But if your favorite movie was nominated for an Oscar,
all right, yeah.
Does that change that?
That's like So for instance,
it does.
My third favorite movie of the year was 28 Years Later. Mm-hmm. I don't think it should have been Oscar nominated for Best Picture, right? Like,
I would have put it in over F1, but I liked F1.
But I also think the Oscars, because like when I did should have been nominated. I would have loved to see Weapons and No Other Choice in this mix, right?
Absolutely.
And I'm kicking out Frankenstein and Begonia. And the reason why I'm doing it that way is for two reasons. Number one, I would love to see 3 international features in this race. I think, especially this year, they deserve more international features deserve to be on this list. And I think Weapons as a like new idea for a movie, the way. And like having, like, I actually think Weapons should have been nominated, even though I like 28 Years Later better.
Okay, this is fair. I see where your argument is coming from now. Like, there are things that, because of maybe like their impact on the movies, are more deserving nominees.
Like the fact that Weapons made so much more money than 28 Years Later. The fact that it's an original movie versus a sequel matters to me.
The third.
All of these things matter. Yeah. And so
totally.
Like, if you want to make the argument, because Train Dreams was so not seen, this would put a huge spotlight on it, and like that's a perfectly good argument.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think.
Yeah, it would be like a Coda win.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
I also don't want Train Dreams to win because kind of fuck Netflix a little bit. The same. Yeah. I wouldn't want fair. A Paramount movie to win this year. I just wouldn't want it.
I mean, what we're really having is like a semantic conversation around what like should means, which I was sort of going on just like should is just like, this is my favorite. But like, you were making a good case that should also involves like context of what's going on in Hollywood and in movies, and like what's good for the Oscars as well. And honestly, you're making a convincing argument, and I think I will, because Train Dreams was a very sort of just like, yeah, I'm just putting it down. I fucking love Train Dreams, you know, kind of vibey pick. I will consider that. I will say what would be the best for the Oscars, I think would be Sinners to win here. So I will put should win is Sinners. Because I think what we need to sort of touch on is what I think I said when we were doing our like reaction to the nominations pod, which is I think that people will be mad if you give Sinners 16 noms and the best thing it wins is like the highest line category it wins is original screenplay, which I think at the time is what we thought. I do think now we're thinking it has a better chance in the acting categories. I think the way we both split it would be the best possible outcome. I think at the very least, for everyone to be like happy with the Oscars.
Yeah, like
after this, I think it needs to either be Coogler director one battle win or one battle win best picture. And sorry, I'm saying it the exact same way again. Or Sinners wins Best Picture. PTA.
Yeah, and I think everybody walks
those.
away very happy with that idea.
I think if that's the case,
I actually think it's going to be a director picture sweep, and I think it's going to be one battle after another.
I think so too, and that makes me. I feel like people will potentially leave a little upset. I think that makes me even a tiny bit upset. But that will then really rest on the shoulders of the acting wins.
And I think,
you know, and like
I think
that's hard because those are kind of up in the air.
Because Michael B. Jordan is the favorite right now, and
yeah, but like
nobody would be surprised by Woonmi or Delroy winning. And so, I agree with you, if Coogler loses, Jordan loses, and they lose both nominations, then like I agree, there's going to be some hurt feelings.
People will be mad.
What I will say is it would be interesting because if like 3 of the first awards given out are always editing and the supportings.
Oh yeah, and then
if they can hit 2 of those 3, it could be Sinners night. You know, like
for sure.
That's a very real possibility.
This is going to be a really fascinating.
I think it's going to be really fun.
You know, I'm sad we're not watching this one together because I feel like we're going to have a lot of highs and a lot of lows, you know? And, you know, if you want to, hopefully not when, But if the perfect neighbor wins and you want to call me with your rant, I'm waiting.
I
I'm
will.
waiting for your call.
If it does win, I'm going to call. I will call you and give you my rant. Are we potting
Please
about
do.
this right after the Oscars? Are we gonna try and stay up late, or are we gonna do this? Are we gonna do a reaction?
I mean, I'm actually on spring break now, so like I could. There's no reason I couldn't. I guess I don't have anything to do on Monday, but like it's up to you. I would also just get up and do it the next morning.
The only reason not to do it on
Um,
Monday is so that I don't keep my wife up. That's the reason not to do it on Sunday night.
is not to do on Sunday night. Yeah, I mean, yeah, don't keep Alyssa up. And I won't keep Laura up either.
Maybe we should do that.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, we're doing Monday morning.
We'll be reasonable people. Yeah. Yeah. We'll give ourselves a night to think it over and sleep on it before we rant or whatever about how it was bad or something. So, all right, y'all. Then we're going to throw this up probably as soon as we can and, over the weekend, and we'll see y'all Monday, probably the middle of the day. And by y'all, I mean...
Hi, Rowan.
So, hope you enjoy this. Hope you enjoy this really long episode.
Not hello to Conrad.
We'll get into some good discussions.
Not hello to
Conrad, enemy of the pod. Conrad, you're a traitor. Conrad, we hope that whoever you want to win the Oscar doesn't win the Oscar.
I hope the one person who has a bad night on Sunday is Conrad, who probably won't watch the Oscars.
Is Conrad. I don't think he cares. I don't think he's paying attention. It's possible he really likes Sinners and is actually watching it. I don't think that's true though. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He's our enemy. But love you, Rowan, and I'll talk to you, Dave. Love you, Dave. I think this was a very good conversation. Just it had to be a lot about a lot of stuff, So, all right, I will talk to you on
Monday.
Or no.
No,
I will personally talk to you.
You might get a phone
Sunday.
call.
I will personally talk to you on Sunday. I will see you for the pod on Monday.
Bye.
Bye.